Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Rebecca Adehill Show. I hope that you are having the most incredible start to your week. Today, I want to have a conversation with you that I know is going to be highly uncomfortable for some of you. It's a conversation that I have on a frequent basis with my clients. And often when we dive deep into this sort of work, it is highly uncomfortable. However, it is also highly transformational. We all know moments of discomfort often leads to great levels of expansion. So the conversation I want to have with you today is around money and breaking through your next income ceiling. I do this work for myself frequently, and it has genuinely changed the way I think about money, the way I feel when I receive, the way I spend, and also reaching those new income months with absolute ease. So let's dive into it. We're going to play a little game right now. And if you are not out on a walk or if you're not driving, but if you're sitting in your home, I really want to encourage you, and you can still do this if you're out and about, but if you have an opportunity, I would just love for you to close down your eyes for just a moment, and we're going to play a little game together. I am going to start to mention monthly income levels, and what I want you to do is to recognize where and when, as I'm constantly increasing that monthly revenue, where in your body and where you are starting to feel, oh, that's not possible for me. Maybe you will feel that's possible for me, that's possible for me. And the higher I go, you will start to feel some form of sensation in your body. So just let me guide you through this. And I just want to highlight that there is no right or wrong thing with this exercise. You just get to honor your truth in this and meet yourself where you're currently at. That's going to be the biggest part to all of this, that you don't have to be the achiever and not the most important part here is for you to be honest. For you to be honest with yourself so you can so beautifully meet yourself where you're at right in this moment, and we get to grow from that point. So let's begin. How do you feel about making $500 per month? See what comes up in your body. Can you do that? $500 per month? What about $1,000 per month? $5,000 per month. 10,000? See if you feel any resistance. Maybe it's a full body yes. Where are you at? 20,000. 30,000. $40,000 per month. $50,000 per month. 60,000. 70,000. 80,000. 90,000. $100,000 per month. What's coming up for you right now? $150,000 per month. $250,000 per month. $500,000 per month. I'm going to pause there. Where did you feel the resistance? Where did you feel it? It will be a very distinct moment in that journey you just took with me. It will be a very distinct moment where you felt, oh, that's not possible for me. What number was that? Now this feeling, like I describe as, oh, it's like this tightening feeling in your body. Next, I want you to locate where that feeling is. Where in your body is that feeling? Is it in your throat, in your chest and your heart space? Is it just under your rib cage, in your stomach, in your shoulders, in your neck, in your head? Where is this sensation? When I reached your income ceiling, where you felt that feeling in your body, where in your body are you feeling that? I personally feel it in my rib cage and my chest. I feel this tightening in my chest and just under my rib cage, like a lump in my stomach. Next, I want you to sit with that feeling for just a moment. Sit with that uncomfortable feeling, that sensation in your body. I just want you to go to that place in your body right now. From that point, once you have located that feeling, next I want you to ask yourself, what story or beliefs are linked to this sensation, to this part of my body? What story or belief is linked to that feeling in your body? Just take a moment and tune into that. Often all of us, once it comes to those income ceilings, and when you can locate where that feeling is, often we have attached that to a story or a belief. Now, these beliefs or stories can either come from our upbringing, experiences, environments. There are so many different parts this story can actually be created from. So I just want you to go to that story for just a moment and be really honest with yourself and simply ask yourself, why do I hold this belief? Where did this belief come from? Where did this story come from? And just tune into that story and that belief for just a moment. Once you have become one with the sensation, and I think the most important part is you don't meet that feeling with any form of anger or frustration or even falling into that victim mentality, which can be really easily done sometimes. I want you to meet that feeling with so much love and compassion and understanding. You feel like you are meeting it with so much love. Become one with it. Don't make it wrong. Just become one with it. Because what we are going to do next, once we have identified what story or belief is linked to that sensation and feeling in your body, and again, this is all linked to that income level, we are going to release that energy. It no longer belongs to you. Now I want you to see if this energy has a color. What color is it? And I want you to release that story. I want you to release that belief. And I want you to feel it leaving from that spot in your body. I want you to feel and visualize it leaving your body. You see the color slowly go away and travel out of your body and into the world. And that color now gets replaced with light, this bright, beautiful light. As your body fills with this incredible light, I want you to think of evidence around you of other people similar to the industry that you're in or to the business that you have, and see if there is any evidence around you that there are people doing similar things to you that are doing what you want to do or that are at the level you want to be at. Is there any evidence around you of that? Then I want you to feel into that. Once you have the evidence, and often 99.9% of the time, we have evidence of that, of other people doing what we desire to do, or they have achieved goals that you also desire to achieve. Now, when you have that, your honesty is crucial in this point. Next thing I want you to do, I want you to ask yourself, why can they have it and I can't? Why can they have that level of success and why can I not? Whatever comes up for you is perfectly fine. if maybe they are more confident than you, maybe you believe that they are smarter than you. What beliefs do you currently have about the evidence that you are seeing around you? And why do you believe they can have that and you can't? Those qualities that you see in other people is simply a mirror of what you already have within. What is next for you is to simply anchor into the new belief and the evidence that you have all around you, and you have already pinpoint what they have simply by me asking you the question, why can they have it and you can't? The thing is that you can. We just had to first identify what you believe that they have that you don't have yet. Yet the thing that you identify, you already have within you. So next, we are going to anchor into that beautiful energy. And the most important thing of all now, we are going to make a decision. If you mention things like they are consistent, they are focused, they are smarter, they are more confident, they are well articulate. What is it about those people? What is it about them qualities? I want you to mention them. Once you know what they are, it comes down to a decision for you from this moment on to simply decide that you are a person that holds and have those qualities. If you want to be an it girl or have an it factor, or if you want to be confident, that does not simply happen because someone gives you the award of being an it girl. It's a decision, a very distinct decision that happens. It's an internal decision where you are so clear on the qualities that you desire to embody, knowing that you already have them. You are just now making a very conscious decision of bringing that to the forefront of your life. And I want to give you a quick example here. The two stories that I used to tell myself was that I was procrastinating a lot and I lacked ability to follow through. They were the two major things for me, and those kept me stuck. And this is many, many, many years ago. Then I made a decision that I no longer subscribe to those traits. I now entertain language which also matches my actions, that I'm a queen of taking action. I leave no room for procrastination in my life. Procrastination does not exist. And I have incredible ability to follow through. It's one of my strengths. I flipped something that held me back for quite some time. Within a moment, I flipped that and I no longer entertained time, energy, language that entertained those traits. I now became the opposite. And I knew the people that I looked up to that had those income ceilings, they had great ability to follow through, and they left no room for procrastination. And I knew that that was the missing piece for me in order for me to smash through that income ceiling. Now, when you know what those qualities are and you have made an internal decision, you have decided what you no longer subscribe to, you know exactly what qualities you desire to embody. Now we're not just going to sit back. The next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to show up and take aligned action that is in alignment with those qualities every single day. Are you going to feel discomfort in the beginning stages of breaking this pattern and this belief as you are recreating this new one? 100%. You are going to feel discomfort. You are going to feel fear. And that little person sitting on your shoulder will try to convince you to go, let's just go back to where it feels safe. Let's go back to the old ways. That voice, we can't control that voice coming in. But what we can control is what we do in that moment. Now, you may still have moments where you will have thoughts drop in that aren't very supportive, that maybe there is a version of you that want to keep playing that same old pattern, even though you have made the decision that you now no longer subscribe to that. That voice, those feelings, those emotions, we can't stop them, but we can control what we do in that moment. So what's really important, because those emotions may still show up, being really specific what we do in that moment matters. So for instance, I would catch myself after the fact I made that decision. I would catch myself, the procrastinator starting to take place again, because they're not just going to go away overnight. I'd be lying to you if I said that. It will still come through now and again. And especially if we have lots going on, if we haven't slept well or we're feeling extra emotional, that voice is going to be even louder. So what I had to do in that moment is that I got really specific on what I replace and what action I take in that moment. So when the procrastinator started to come back in, I would recognize it in the moment. Ooh, I see you, I feel you. I could see and hear the thoughts playing out in my mind. I knew exactly in that moment what action steps I had to take. This is a crucial point, because you are never going to make a wise decision when you are in the thick of it, when you are in the midst of actually going through those emotions. So next time when you are feeling amazing, you've just gone out for your morning walk, you've had your coffee, you're just feeling great, that is when you decide how you are going to show up when those emotions and thoughts and those patterns keep showing up for you, so that you know exactly what to replace them with. And I am talking specific actions. For me, when the procrastinator was loud, it was like I had to take at least 3 action steps. And one of them was like showing up on Instagram. One of them was creating something, and one was then reaching out to a client. It was very specific steps that I had to take when that voice came in. And the reason why that is so important is because as those thoughts are dropping in, and normally you would procrastinate and freeze, we will now link the new actions you are now taking with those emotions, which means we are now creating a new pattern, a new belief, which is extremely powerful, because this is going to give you so much confidence in your ability to follow through, and those new qualities that you really desire to embody. If you can learn to take action when that little self-sabotager in you is trying to be loud, when you can learn to take action in that moment, really aligned action, you are going to gain so much confidence and certainty in your path. And that is how we create a new belief. And ultimately, how you are going to smash through that income ceiling again and again and again and again. I do this work at every new level. I am currently normalizing between $5,000 and $10,000 days inside of my business. Every single day, I want that to come into my business. Am I hitting that every single day? Not yet. But I know exactly, I have normalized the feeling in my body. I have set where my threshold is. I know exactly the evidence. I've looked for the evidence. I know exactly the qualities they embody. I know that I have them within myself. And I've made an internal decision, and I'm taking aligned action every single day. And last but not least, detach from the timeline. There is no rush. You are not behind. You are exactly where you are meant to be. You are incredible. You are beyond worthy of everything you desire and more. And I want you to go and love on that version of you as you felt that threshold, as you felt that level and you went, oh, I'm really uncomfortable right now. I want you to go and love on that version of you. Now it's time to let that go and create this beautiful new belief so that you can create the success that you want for yourself, for your family, and for your life, just the way you deserve. I know you have it in you, and I'm saying that with so much conviction. If I've done it, you can do it too. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. I appreciate every single one of you. If this episode resonated, if you are a partner listening to this, maybe even share it with your partner. There is a lot of money mindset works that needs to be done in relationships, and often you can really benefit from actually meeting each other and see where you are at with your own money mindsets inside of relationships, or whatever your setup is. Maybe even with your parents, they could also really benefit from a conversation like this. Thank you for coming back every single week. I appreciate every single one of you, and I cannot wait to be back here next week for another show.